Hi guys, it's Melissa from the Melmar Group, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to set up a virtual assistant business for under $1,000. So if you want to know more, stay tuned. Okay, if you've not yet seen my video about the fact that I am working as a virtual assistant, I'll put a link to that down below, and you can hear all about my journey to become a virtual assistant where I can work from home and charge anywhere from 30 to 50 or more dollars per hour to do work for people remotely. So make sure to check that out. But I wanted to talk to you in this video about what you need as far as equipment to get your virtual assistant business up and running. So it's really, really simple if you think about it. A virtual assistant is doing tasks for people remotely, which basically means they're working from wherever they want to. In my case, I'm working from home. So most of the tasks that I do are paperless and they're done on the computer. So the biggest purchase that I probably would say you'll have is a computer. What computer you get, whether you get a laptop versus a hard drive, obviously will change on what you pay, what features you get, and whatnot. I chose to get a laptop. It's been great. I can take it with me if I need to. I can have it at home. I can move it around home. So it's a really great purchase. I knew I wanted to do a lot of design work that was going to use up quite a bit of my hard drive. And so I'm not a computer geek and I don't know all the specs and everything. But at the time I researched what I needed to know. And I think we got my computer for $400 or $500. We probably got it half price, and I think it was like a Black Friday thing. So it's September now. Black Friday is coming up, so something to think about if you want to get started on that. So you need a computer. You need an email account, okay? Those are things you may already have. You also need to have a way for people to reach you. Now, they can reach you via email, but it is good also to have a phone. They can text you, you can text them, they can call you. So whether you choose to do that with your home phone, which I would not recommend, or you do it with a cell phone or a designated cell phone, you'll have the expense of that. The reason I would not recommend your home phone, you want to keep it very professional. I don't know how things are in your house, but if my kids are home and they answer the phone, they're like, hello, and I don't want that happening at all. So I use my cell phone, and that's the number I advertise. I can text with it, all of that. I don't need a top of the line phone. I just need a phone that will let me advertise, text, and use the web on the go. So we're good. So you have that. Then you're going to want to have a printer and some paper and some ink, because there may occasionally be times that, well, for your own records, you're going to need to have things for your accounting records and whatnot. But you also may be doing things where you're printing out things for people and mailing them. So you'll want to have a printer and a scanner built into that printer so that you can scan things if you need to. And then you need the ink and the paper to go with that. Let me see what else. You'll want to have some money for advertising. So a lot of people have asked, do you need a blog or do you need a website right away? I think you look more professional if you have a website, but if you're doing bare bones, you're just getting started, you don't have a lot of money, you're going to use the laptop you've got, a cell phone, and your printer, use what you've got. But if you have the ability to do a website, I think my website is like $30 a year for hosting. I don't know. I don't even know. And then because I didn't want to take the time to build my own website, it's like just over $100 a year, and they built my website for me. I went through GoDaddy and I used a bunch of promotions, and I've got this great looking website that I didn't build, but it looks like I did, and I can edit it whenever I want to. It was well worth the $100, $120 that it cost to have GoDaddy build it for me with their templates. And then I just go in and change the graphics or the text, as I need to. So it does look really professional if you have a website, but if you don't have that in your budget to start, don't worry about it. One thing I would say is you want to advertise as much as you can. So I would suggest that you get business cards, and you can get, I think Vistaprint has like 500 cards for $10 or something. And then you pay a little bit in shipping and you get those. And you just always have those with you, and you hand those out as you need to. I also went to the expense of getting graphics on my car. So I have a window thing that has, virtual assistant services, and then it has my phone number and my website. And so people can see that when I'm driving around town and call me about that. As far as additional expenses, it depends on the services you're going to provide. If you're going to be a graphic designer and you want to compete with the big boys, you're going to need to invest in graphic design software such as Adobe, things like that. If you're going to be doing transcription, you might have to invest in, the headgear and all of that to do that. So it really depends on what you're specializing in. But, a computer for $500 to $600, if you can get it for that. A cell phone, if you're on a monthly plan, or you do what we do, which is a prepaid phone, you might be a couple $100s in. Printer, less than $100, and you get your ink and your paper. Business cards, $15, and you're ready to go. And so it just really depends what you're marketing. I have chosen not to purchase the Microsoft package, and I do everything on Google. I use Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Calendar. That's how I do it. And you can convert, like if somebody sends you a Microsoft Word Excel spreadsheet, you can convert it to Google Docs. And then when you send it back to them, you can convert it back to Excel. And you don't even have to have Microsoft. So there are a lot of ways that you can set up this business really, really inexpensively. And if you've already got some of these things in place, you could probably set it up for under $100. I wouldn't suggest, this is just me talking, you can go and get a business license and do all of that. But regardless, if somebody pays you more than $600 in a year, you're going to have to report taxes. So whether you get the business license at the start or you wait to see how business is going, and if you're going to get one after that, just do whatever works for you. Just make sure you're doing it legally. But yeah, so you can start a business for under $1,000, and if you already have the stuff, for much less than that. So I'm going to put some links down below. I'm going to put a link to GoDaddy because they are awesome. I have had Bluehost and a couple others, and I have been so much happier with GoDaddy. And then I'll try to put a link to something like my computer that I have and any other things that I can think of that might be helpful for you. But I hope that you'll consider doing this. I mean, I can charge between $30 and $50 an hour with the right client and easily pay off the expenses of these things, over a pretty short period of time. So I'm hoping to do more videos. I'd like to do videos about where to find work, how to set the expectations for your work, all those kinds of things. So if you'd like to know more, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. If you work from home doing something like virtual assistant or something else, I'd love to know that. And I'd love to have you be a subscriber on my channel so you don't miss any of my videos and so that we can get to know each other. So make sure to do that as well. And I hope that this video helps you. And until next time, make it a great day. Thanks. Bye.